Good morning, everybody. I know I'm a day late. I know I'm a day late. My name is Gwen, and I am here to go over the book of the month picks for the month of October. I usually do it the day that the picks go live, but I was on a little retreat with some of my friends, and I just thought a day later is better than not at all, right? So I'm here to go over them today. You've probably all picked your books, which is fine, but I did not look. Other people looked, but I did not look. So I have no idea what the picks are. I have no idea what the add-ons are, but we're about to go through all of it together. If you're not subscribed to Book of the Month and you would like to be, I do have a link in the description box that gets you your first box discounted. And other than that, I guess it's just time to look at the picks. But if you've already selected your book, you can tell me what you picked and you can tell me what you think of their selection and all of the fun things in the comments, of course. All right. Let's see who's here first, and then we'll get started. Howdy, partners. Okay. I already picked my book plus my birthday add-on. Happy birthday! But I'm excited to see what Gwen and everyone picked. Good morning, Devin. I skipped, but excited to hear everyone's thoughts. Ooh, okay. All right, well, let's do this. Bam. Okay, October books. It looks like we got 6 hardcover selections to go through. So we have a fantasy book called Red City. It's a limited edition by Marie Lu. Oh, I haven't read from Marie Lu in a while, but I have read from her in the past. I read her Warcross YA kind of video game-ish kind of book. I've read that. Gruesome. Not for the faint of heart. This book is gruesome. Welcome to the gritty, magical world of Angel City, where power takes just as much as it gives. 400 plus pages, first in a series, multiple viewpoints, salacious. Why we chose it. We were instantly immersed in this glittering urban dystopian. This is the type of high concept world building that doesn't hold back from being violent and bloody. The fresh blend of sinister crime syndicates with powerful alchemical magic made for complex original characters with page turning life or death stakes. Lu's writing is elegant and quotable, capturing fast paced battle scenes and subtle emotional transformations with unique finesse. Okay. Content warning contains mentions of child abuse, sexual assault, and suicide. Okay, let's read the synopsis. Alchemy is the hidden art of transformation, an exclusive power wielded by crime syndicates that market it to the world's elites in the form of sand, a drug that enhances those who take it into a more perfect version of themselves, more beautiful, more charismatic, simply more. Among the gleaming skyscrapers of rolling foothills of Angel City, alchemy is controlled by 2 rival syndicates. For years, Grand Central and Lumines have been balanced on a razor edge between polite negotiation and outright violence. But when 2 childhood friends step into that delicate equation, the city and the past of their lives will be irrevocably transformed. The daughter of a poor single mother, Sam would do anything to claw her way into the ranks of Grand Central in search of a better life. Plucked away from his family as a boy to become a Lumi's apprentice, Ari is one of the syndicate's brightest rising stars. Once they might have loved each other, but as the 2 alchemists face off across opposite sides of an ever escalating conflict, ambition becomes power, loyalty becomes lies, and no transformation may be perfect enough for both of them to survive the coming war. Okay. I mean, it sounds really good to me. Am I going to pick it? I don't think so, but it sounds really good. Sounds like a library pick for me. Because I just don't read a lot of fantasy, but I do like dystopian. And like I said, I've liked Lu's writing in the past. Okay. So we have our next pick is Never Over by Clara Gilmore. And Aardvark has had a couple of this author's books, and I've read one and I did not read the other. But anyway, Let's look at this one. Early release. Quick take. What should you do when your songwriting creative juices stop flowing? Sign up to get your heart broken, of course. Nonlinear timeline, music, salacious, second chance romance. Why we chose it. This swoony second chance romance delivers with its multi-dimensional characters. We had a front row view into our heroes' individual growth as well as their sizzling chemistry. We love spending time in Nashville's vibrant music scene. Reading this book felt like being surrounded by songwriters and street performers on every block. It was empowering to root for the ambitious female lead as she pursued romance, career success, and personal development in one emotional journey. Okay, no content warnings on this one. Synopsis: 25-year-old Paige Lancaster is one contract away from earning a living doing her favorite thing in the world, writing songs. But when a music industry professional suggests she might be holding back with her lyrics to lessen the heartbreak of an old flame, Paige doubts if her music is ready to be heard. In a rare, impulsive move, Paige contacts Liam Bishop after 40 years of no contact to ask him for a small favor: date her and then re-break her heart. Also, she can remember what those big song-worthy emotions felt like. And since Liam is the one who first set Paige on this career path, he hesitantly agrees. Across 3 months of Liam's summer work travel, the exes are forced to share hotel beds, rehash the past, and date in the present, all while navigating the building attraction between them they both swore was one line of their agreement they wouldn't cross. But when it becomes near impossible not to act on their rippling chemistry, and as ever intensifyingly feelings blur the lines of what's actually real and what's driven by the music, Paige and Lamb will both have to decide what's more important: art for the sake of it or love over everything. Oh my gosh, this one actually sounds so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go back. All right, paranormal thriller. I don't think I have ever seen Book of the Month offer this. Maybe they have, and I'm living under a rock, but we have The Haunting of Payne's Hollow. What is this on the cover? I don't get it. By Kelly Armstrong. What would be an idyllic homecoming? What would be an idyllic homecoming turns into a horror made for Halloween when the past refuses to stay in the past. Slow build, action packed, supernatural, creepy. Why we chose it. This clever spin on the legend of Sleepy Hollow hits exactly the right notes for spooky season, from disturbing family drama to bone-chilling paranormal threats. We couldn't help but root for the brave, stubborn protagonist as she battles her way through several generations worth of inherited secrets. This eerie, hallucinatory writing had us questioning not only the narration's reliability, but also our own. Is that really a headless horseman over there? Or are we just imagining things? That's kind of funny. Content warnings. This book contains mentions of suicide. All right, synopsis time. When Samantha Payne's grandfather dies, she figures she won't even get a mention in the will. After all, she hasn't seen him in 14 years, not since her father took her own life after being accused of murdering a child at their lakefront cottage. Her grandfather always insisted her father was innocent, despite Sam having caught him burying the child's body, his clothing streaked with blood. Why do people always think that, like, if you see someone like burying something, that it means that they did it and they're the okay, whatever. Let's not go off on a tangent. But when she does attend the reading of the will at the behest of her aunt, she discovers that her grandfather left her the very valuable lakefront property where the family cottage sits. There's one catch. Sam needs to stay in the cottage for a month to finally face the fact she was wrong and her father was innocent, in her grandfather's words. Traveling to Payne's Hollow, Sam is faced with the realities of her childhood and the secrets kept hidden in the shadows of her memories. When her aunt goes missing a couple days into their stay, Sam begins to question everything again. Plagued by nightmares and paranoia, she begins hearing sounds in the forest and seeing shapes crawling from the water as the rippling waves of the lake promise something unspeakably dark lurking just below the surface. I mean, it sounds good, but also I'll let y'all read it and let me know. And I think that's the Headless Horseman on the cover now that I look at it. But it's hard to see. Okay. Next up is Hazelthorn, YA Gothic, okay, by C.J. Drews. Mysteries, lies, and deceit grow out of control, literally, in this unsettling atmospheric horror. Not for the faint of heart, this book is gruesome. So we have LGBTQ plus themes, nature, forbidden love, and haunted house. Why we chose it. This pulse-pounding mystery with evocative writing in a creepy gothic setting is the perfect spooky season read. We loved the emotional enemies to lovers arc, where forbidden foes must rely on each other in order to survive. The inventive imagery here felt nothing like we've read before. This unnerving botanical body horror isn't afraid to get graphic. Content warnings. This book contains mentions of child abuse. Synopsis. Evander has lived like a ghost in the forgotten corners of the Hazelthorn estate ever since he was taken in by his reclusive billionaire guardian, Byron Lennox Hall, when he was a child. For his safety, Evander has been given 3 ironclad rules to follow. He can never leave the estate, he can never go into the gardens, and most importantly, he can never again be left alone with Byron's charming, underachieving grandson, Laurie. The last rule has been in place ever since Laurie tried to kill Evander 7 years ago, and yet somehow Evander is still obsessed with him. When Byron suddenly dies, Evander inherits Hazelthorn's immense Gothic mansion and acres of sprawling grounds, along with the entirety of the Lennox Hall family's vast wealth. But Evander's sure his guardian was murdered, and Laurie may be the only one who can help him find the killer before they come for Evander next. Perhaps even more concerning is how the overgrown garden is refusing to stay behind its walls, slipping its vines and spores deeper into the house with each passing day. As the family's dark secrets unravel alongside the growing horror of their terribly alive, bloodthirsty garden, Evander needs to find out what he's really inheriting before the garden demands to be fed once more. Okay. All right, let me do a check-in with you guys and see how we're doing with these comments. All right. Okay. Already picked, but I almost skipped. Hello. I ended up picking the Second Chance Cinema. Okie dokie. The romance sounded good. It did. Also currently fighting for my life on Aardvark. Almost at the checkout screen. I'm going to be doing Aardvark next. So if you guys want to stick around for my live reactions and picks for that, that will be next on my channel. It's a different live show link, but if you just check on my channel and go to the live, you'll be able to see that. Brandon, it's a horse. Yeah, I finally figured that out, Amanda. Thanks. I was like, it kind of looked like a horse, but I was like, I didn't know what the book was about. So context clues, you know. Let's see. The Haunting of Payne's Hollow was my pick. A Sleepy Hollow inspired thriller. Yes, please. Let's see. I was going to choose The Haunting, but haven't had luck with that author. That makes sense. Aardvark app is currently down right now per their Insta. Their website is having issues too. Are they surprised? Are they surprised? So we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to do the Aardvark show. We'll see. I got 4 books this month for October. I'm excited for Kate Rupp's new book. Love Primetime Romance. Such an underrated book. Yay. Okay. I'm going to go back in and finish going over the books. Okay. The Second Chance Cinema, magical realism. Let's click on this one. The cover's not that exciting, but okay, quick take. Now playing Your Fiance's Emotional Baggage up on the big screen. Pack your popcorn and your tissues. Oh my goodness. Romance, inspirational, emotional, movie-ish. Why we chose it. This compelling creative love story begins where most romances end, digging deep into the hard work of building a happily ever after. The titular cinema has just the right amount of movie magic, creating a world that feels grounded yet escapist at the same time. We love this novel's thought-provoking themes about the risk and reward of excavating buried memories and what it really means to choose someone's future alongside their past. Let me look at okay, I just wanted to look at the cover again. No content warnings, synopsis time. At the end of a fog-covered alley, I love that because I love fog. Foggy weather is my favorite weather. Glitters a glamorous cinema. It's nearly impossible to find. Oh, you know what this immediately is reminding me of? The Night Circus. It's the Night Circus Cinema Edition. Just that right there, it only appears and all of that. Okay. Or it's impossible to find. When Ellie and her fiance Drake stumble upon it during a late night walk, they're shocked to discover what's playing inside the red velvet auditorium. Their formative memories. What? This does sound so good. Drake fears what the cinema might reveal, but eventually gives in when Ellie insists they return for more viewings. She's haunted by a night from her past that she doesn't fully remember. This is her opportunity to piece the story back together. But as the memories displayed on screen inch closer to the present, they realize they're both keeping secrets from each other. This one sounds so good, Brandon. With their wedding on the horizon, Ellie and Drake must decide if seeing their past changes their plans for a future together. Filled with warmth, hope, and a dash of magic, The Second Chance Cinema is both an enchanting escape and a thought-provoking examination of how our memories shape who we are. I like this one. This one sounds really good. I mean, so did the romance, but like this one does sound really good. I'm sorry the cover is so boring though. Or I'm sad that the cover is so boring. Oh my gosh. Okay. And our last book, of course, a literary fiction pick. And I'm just going to be honest, I hate this cover, but it screams literary fiction, if we're being honest. So, The 10-Year Affair, early release by Aaron Sommers. Quick take, this witty story of two couples in small town New York asks, does cheating count if it's only in your daydreams? Oh, sorry. Wow. Oh, I was just like over it. Okay. Good to know. Millennial, snarky, salacious marriage issues, why we chose it. We were captivated by the unique sliding doors plot structure and how it invited us into the narrator's most personal daydreams. I have never heard that sliding doors plot structure. What does that mean? The literary voice is sophisticated, subtle, and wryly funny, given a keen awareness of the tiny social undercurrents that drive our relationships. Reading this book felt like eavesdropping on a juicy gossip session with your neighbors. We couldn't get enough of the scandalous social commentary and smartly observed satire. Okay. No content warnings. So it's synopsis time. When Cor meets Sam at a baby group in their small town, the chemistry between them is undeniable. Both are happily married, young parents with two kids, and neither sees themselves as a type to engage in an affair, yet their connection grows stronger, and as their lives continue to intertwine, the romantic tension between them becomes all-consuming until their worlds unravel into two parallel timelines. That's probably what they mean about that sliding doors plot. Okay. In one, they pursue their feelings, in the other, they resist. Okay, making more sense now. Again, context clues. As reality splits, the everyday details of Cora's life, her depressing marketing job, her daughter's new fascination with the afterlife, her husband's obsession with podcasts about the history of what is this? Rope gain fresh perspective. The intersecting and diverging timelines blur the boundaries of reality and fantasy, questioning what might have been and what truly matters. The 10-Year Affair is a witty, emotional charged exploration of marriage, family life, and the roads not taken that ultimately asks, do we really want our fantasies to come true? Okay, that was a mouthful. I'm getting tongue-tied. I obviously need to drink more coffee. Okay, so those were our main picks. Any more comments, let me know, and then I will move on to the add-ons. What am I going to add to my box first, just so I can see the add-ons? Okay. Let's do the add-ons. All right, add-ons time. New and recent add-ons. It looks like Told You So, Kitty St. Clair's Last Dance, Flat Earth, Book of Guilt. Okay, it looks like those are options. Okay, Told You So, a memoir. Note, if you add this book to your box, it will ship between the 6th and the 7th. Quick take, humor and strength shine in reality TV star Macy Neely's uplifting story of hope in the face of tragedy and mourning. Buzzy, mama drama, drug and alcohol use, coming of age. You can read the synopsises of all the add-ons on your own. I just like to kind of look at what they are. But sexual assault, domestic abuse. All right. Kitty St. Clair's Last Dance, a romance. Grab your partner and don your 1940s dancing shoes for this magical love story. Nonlinear timeline, salacious, magical, and cozy. All right. Oh, so they also wrote Dispels Love. Okay. Flat Earth, literary fiction pick. Oh, I would have thought it was a sci-fi just from the cover, you know. In a collapsing society, a writer negotiates relationships, envy, and the commodification of youth, art, and sex. Cerebral, no quotation marks, salacious, New York City. Whew, that's a tough one. Content warnings, self-harm, mentions of sexual assault, suicide, and miscarriage. Okay, this is going to be a heavy book. We've seen this one before, I'm pretty sure. The Book of Guilt. This is an interesting cover, another literary fiction pick. This eerie exploration of nature and nurture follows three triplet brothers raised in a strange government program. Multiple viewpoints, siblings, creepy, dystopian. That actually might sound good. Contains scenes depicting child abuse and mentions of death of a child. Interesting that it's a literary fiction. Okay, we've seen this one before. We've seen this one before. We've seen this one before. Have we seen this one before? I don't know if we have, and then we've seen this one before. So those are the books. Again, Red City, Never Over, right? Yeah, Never Over, The Haunting of Payne's Hollow, Hazelthorn, The Second Chance Cinema, and The 10-Year Affair. So, like I said, let me know what you chose in the comments. If you're watching this back, let me know. And then hopefully when Aardvark is able to get things up and running, I will be going live over there. But I hope everybody has a great October. Yeah, one of the most fun months of the year, in my opinion. But yeah, that's all for this one. I do these every single month. So come check back with me next month, and I'll see you then. Okay. Bye, everyone.